away from 1955 to 1996. रिटायरमेंट लिया, उस वक्त मैंने एक पोइट्री कही थी, उसका एक अंश आपको सुनाता हूँ. I do not know whether I was ever famous for being punctual, except for this lecture right now. तो मैंने उसमें कहा था, 40 बरस का एक एक पल हर दिन मुझको याद आएगा, 8:30 का घंटा कॉलेज में अब आकर कौन बजाएगा. So, to my mind, I try to be punctual to the dot. I do not know how many of you agree with that point. Now, I must begin with the acknowledgement. The second slide please on that screen. There is an English proverb. Second slide on that screen please. There is an English proverb that always starts with the desert because you are never sure of your life. Therefore, the second slide on that screen please. Very gratefully, my wife, Mrs. Najma Zahir, Shri H.K. Jamni, who was my mentor in photography, Mr. Dr. R.S. Pagare, who did all the cartoon works, Shri S.C. Sharma, who lent us some important photographs, Mr. Kamlesh Jamni, and Rakesh Jamni, the mastermind behind this computer presentation. I will request them to please stand and kindly give them a big hand. But for them, this presentation would not have been on the floor today. I am remembering a very small instance. Once upon a time, there was a plane crash in the Central Africa. And 3 persons, 3 doctors, a neurosurgeon, an orthopedic surgeon, and a plastic surgeon were on board. They survived the crash. They were taken to the chief of the cannibals. They said, we are going to eat you because we eat human beings and you are white-fleshed. You are our delicacy. So do whatever you like, but at least give us one night to give our last wishes. So okay, it doesn't matter. So the orthopedic surgeon was first asked, what's your last wish? He said, I have learned about the good food of your country. I want to enjoy the food the whole night because tomorrow you are going to eat us. He said, go ahead, no problem. Then the neurosurgeon was asked, what's your last wish? He said, I have learned a lot about the women of this place. I want to spend some time with them. So, no problem, go ahead. Then the turn of plastic surgeon came. And he said, I have some slides, kindly see them and before I die. So I have brought some slides for you, so kindly bear with me. Now before we begin the show, I know it might span about the 50 years can be summarized in 50 minutes or so. I'll try to be as short as possible because you're all waiting for your lunch. And then again, you have 3 lifelines. Number 1, to hear and enjoy patiently. Number 2, to take my lecture as a bitter pill and live with it. And third, you can quit the show. So it's all up to you. And now we begin with our deliberations. We all welcome you to this fold. And you know, the English language is so peculiar that it always has a double meaning. If you split the we and the L and the come, it means that we will come. So in fact, the welcome is not for you, it's an invitation that I'm asking from you that I will come to your place. Welcome to this fold. And Dr. Dalla, who was, I think he must have joined the gathering right now. He is a very eloquent orator, as you must have heard about him. Are you there?
Sir,
yeah.
I'm looking for my chair.
This Dr. Dalla has been quite long associated with us in all various capacities, and you all have heard his oratory right now. I have given him a good name. I call him Dalla's Wordsworth. So that combines 2 things, his oratory and his greatness. So he is Mr. Dalla's fourth birth, not Wordsworth and not Dr. Dalla. Once upon a time, he received a letter, he applied for a post. He has a magical instinct to convert various orations to different modes and translations. एक बार उन्होंने अप्लाई किया किसी सॉफ्टवेयर कंपनी में अमेरिका. वहां से जवाब आया, डियर डॉक्टर डल्ला, you do not meet our requirements. No further correspondence will be, and no telephone calls will be entertained. Thanks. डॉक्टर दल्ला ने अपने गांव में सभा आयोजन किया कि साहब मेरा सिलेक्शन वहां हो गया है, और लोगों को हाथ फूल लेके आ गए. और उस वक्त पंजाबी से ज़्यादा वहां पर पॉपुलेशन थी, तो उन्होंने पंजाबी में लेक्चर दिया बिकॉज ही इज ए गुड ओरेटर. कहने ये जो लेटर आया है ये इंग्लिश से, और तुसी इंग्लिश जानते नहीं हो, तुसी पंजाबी जानते हो, तो मैं तेनों पंजाबी ट्रांसलेशन करके बता दस देना है. इनका चंगा. तो वो कहते डियर डॉक्टर डल्ला, प्यारे डल्ला साहब, यू डू नॉट मीट, तुसी तो मिलते ही नहीं हो. अबर रिक्वायरमेंट सानू लोड़ है. नो फर्दर करस्पॉन्डेंस, अब चिट्ठी मिट्टी मत भेजना. नो फोन कॉल्स, फोन भी मत करना. विल बी एंटरटेन, थोड़ी खातिर की जाएगी. So that is the challenge of Dr. Dalla. And hats off to him, give him a big hand. Now the storyteller, who was looking like this in the years 1955 or 56 you can say. कुछ लोग यहाँ ऐसे भी आए हुए हैं जिनके बच्चे साथ में, जिनके स्पाउसेस साथ में हैं, और वो उनको कुछ मैं फोटो दिखाऊंगा जो उनके फर्स्ट ईयर्स के हैं. वो शायद मेरा कोई फोटो भी वैसा ही जैसा है जो आप दिख रहा है आपको. तो वो पूछेंगे कि ये आपका फोटो है क्या, या बेटा पूछेगा अपने बाप से कि ये पापा ये आपका फोटो है क्या, या भाई पूछेंगे मुन्ने के अब्बा ये तुम्हारा फोटो है क्या. तो मुन्ने के अब्बा क्या जवाब देंगे वो मैं आपको बताता हूं. वो कहेंगे दयारे दहर से या गर्दिशे तकदीर से, इनकलाबे दहर से या गर्दिशे तकदीर से अब मेरी सूरत नहीं मिलती मेरी तस्वीर से. इनकलाबे दहर से या गर्दिशे तकदीर से अब मेरी सूरत नहीं मिलती मेरी तस्वीर से. Now those were the days when in the 20th century we used to meet and we used to say that अब फिर भाई मिलते रहना तो. और आजकल के ज़माने में कंप्यूटर एज ऐसी आ गई है कि वो कहते हैं तुसी असी ईमेल करते रहा करें. So words have changed, and so also have changed the methods of teaching and also the teacher and taught relationship. I am reminded of a small poetry couplet. थे वो भी दिन के खिदमत उस्ताद के अवज़, थे वो भी दिन के खिदमत उस्ताद के अवज़, जी चाहता था हदियाए दिल पेश कीजिए, जी चाहता था हदियाए दिल पेश कीजिए. बदला ज़माना ऐसा कि पस सबक मीन्स आफ्टर द लेसन, कहता है मास्टर से कि बिल पेश कीजिए. सो वी आर नाउ इन द 21st century. I'm sorry the fonts have changed, but the writing on the rampart of the fort is like this. कितनी यादें कितने किस्से नक्शे हैं इन दीवारों पर, चलते चलते देख ले मुड़ के कौन यहाँ फिर आएगा. And I am reminded of the same poet who said for this kind of a gathering, a kind of a small poetry which I don't think the time will permit me to recite, therefore we will pass on to the next slide. The introduction of this lecture. And it so happens that like the Siamese twins, we have two coupled celebrations, the Silver Jubilee and the Golden Jubilee. They are almost head on heels and tummy to tummy. And we have to take care of the time since I've described the 50 years in 50 minutes. But I'm mindful of the fact that you might start rubbing your feet on the floor if you are getting bored. I mean, that used to be the rule or the protocol in my class. I used to tell them, if you're getting bored, please rub your feet rather than boot me out. So I'll stop speaking before you stop listening. And I'm also careful about the Murphy's Law, that during projection, something which can go wrong will go wrong. So you'll please bear with me. The telltale paper begins like that. And I'm reminded of this Rani Kamalapati's palace, as you can see here, right down on the lower lake. And this palace is situated on the Kamla Park. And the only medical simile that I can give to Kamla Park is that it's the facial nerve between two lobes of the parotid gland. The superficial and the deep are the two lakes. This Rani Kamalapati, and this is the other side of the Kamalapati palace, which is in the Chota Talab, and half of it is already submerged. The story is important because it's got a very interesting legend attached to it. On every Tuesday when Rani Kamalapati was ruling Bhopal, a hand used to come out of the lower lake somewhere there, and on that there was a thal on which there were asharfis and ornaments and food of all sorts, and a small tag, "This is from Ranjit restaurant." And in her army was a soldier from Afghanistan, Dost Muhammad Khan. So she tied Rakhi on Dost Muhammad Khan and told him that you please save me from all these vagabonds, which Dost Muhammad Khan faithfully did. And ultimately when the Rani died, she lent out the Barasia town to him as a matter of inam. And then he started ruling Bhopal, and he had his capital in Islamnagar. And where I'm standing right behind me is the tomb of that great man, Dost Muhammad Khan, who founded the dynasty of Bhopal. And if I can lend my ears to the green room right behind me, there is a voice coming from there. पास रहते हुए भी तुमसे बहुत दूर हैं हम, किस्सा दर्द सुनाते हैं कि मजबूर हैं हम. So that is the tomb right behind the auditorium. And then I talked to him in my own way, whispering in the green room, जहां से मैं भूलूं बता दीजिएगा, मेरी दास्तां आपको याद होगी. So that is Dost Muhammad Khan, the founder of dynasty of Bhopal, who is buried right in the tomb behind the auditorium. And in 1722, he founded a fort just for the likeness, not in the memory, for the likeness of his wife, whose name was Fateh Bibi. And therefore, he named this mohalla as Fatehgarh, and the fort is Fatehgarh Fort. This has got historical importance because of three reasons. Number one, this is the only fort in the world which has got only 3 walls and not the 4th one. Normally, all the forts have 4 walls, this one is only 3. And the side on the lake was an escape route, therefore no wall was constructed on that side. You can see it now from the VIP road that there's no wall on that side. Number 2, this fort was never conquered. It fought many battles but was never conquered. And number 3, there's no cement concrete in this fort, only there are eggs, milk and bale ka sharbat. Bale is a fruit. And you know how hard a nut to crack it is even till today. They are not able to break the Laila Majnun Atila, which is right where the bus stands. So that's the Fatehgarh Fort, where our medical college stands today. And at that time, Bhopal was a sleepy town. As you can see, in the full-blown night, when the moon used to shine on the lake, the ferries used to come and take bath. As you can see from the sprinkling there. And somebody has said, "Pani mein lagi aag, pareshaan hai machli, kuch 16 badan utre hain pani mein nahane." So that was Bhopal, the sleepy town. And we had the Jumerati Darwaza, where on Jumerat or the day before Thursday, there used to be a big hart. And this is the scene of that hart. And you can see the cobbler sitting there, the villagers coming and shopping, and amongst them probably you will also see Dr. Zahir sitting there prescribing prescriptions on leaf papers. And the town was rampant with magicians like this who used to ride the bikes blindfolded just to amuse people. And then we have the Bada Talab, which I call the Lake of Tranquility. It was then known as the Bhoj Tal. The reason why it was named Bhoj Tal because Raja Bhoj had founded this, and at that time it was the biggest artificial lake in the world. And even till today, if you go look at the morphology, you will find that it's surrounded by hillocks, and it's in a valley, and it's in the shape of Om. That's why it's called Om Valley. So that is the Bada Talab that you have right behind you. So I'll take you down the Chota Talab and down the memory lane. The dynasty of Bhopal needs a mention because it was full of Afghan rulers, and the last one was Nawab Hamidullah Khan, who died in 1960 in the month of February. And at that time, he lent out the whole palace, the fort area to the medical college. Now you are familiar with this particular photograph because this is your playground, Banerjee ground. And in the foreground you see a lot of classrooms there, and these classrooms were meant for the Nawab to study because he had to stay away from the public. And across the ground on the main building, the students used to, the public boys used to study. The Nawab used to study on the classrooms at the top. And here you see a diminutive figure . You see diminutive figures here, sitting there, where the arrow points, and he is the Nawab sitting at the foot of the principal, Colonel Smith. How humble he was there when he was a student. This school was called Nobles School, and there is a small kind of legacy attached with this word Noble School. Those who passed were able, those who failed were no able, and those who gave company to the Nawab were nobles. Therefore it was called the Nobles School. And the Nawab Hamidullah Khan, at that time he was the only graduate prince in the whole of India, and he chaired the Chamber of Princes. He ruled this place from the Ahmedabad Palace, which now is Safia College, and he had a knack for hiring good medical luminaries like Colonel Mirajkar, Colonel Rahman, Dr. Sobhalakshmi, and many others who have stayed there for a fairly long time. And this hospital was named as the Prince of Wales Hospital, later on after his name as Hamidia Hospital, which name still persists. And this area underneath, inside the fort premises, was housing the prisoners of war because the First World War went on and they had to keep the soldiers somewhere there. Here in these wards, which is now the Coronary Care Ward and the Patel Ward. And if you see inside the stores, which is now completely covered with a lot of khokas and things like that and empty drums, there's a plaque which says that from this particular fort, 994 soldiers went to the First World War in 1914 to 1919, and only 36 lost their lives. Unfortunately, in the souvenir, there is a typographical mistake. Instead of 994, it is 1994. So kindly omit the one. So in the Sufia Masjid, the Nawab lies buried here right at the foot of his mother. This is the Nawab's tomb, and that's the mother's tomb. The rule of the Nawab had to ebb after some time, and it became something like that with the passage of time. And the state went through a period of darkness into a period of dawn. Nicholas Ujjara Jaga. And the state, or the Bhopal town, came under the rule of the government of India. And Pandit Ravi Shankar Shukla was the first Prime Minister of Madhya Pradesh, Chief Minister. So it was said by law, and he had requested him for a place, and Nawab had agreed to give this fort area for that particular purpose. And as Mr. Sharma was here, and Ms. Major Fahim Beg, who is not in this world now unfortunately, they formulated the whole thing, and they chalked out a plan and made out a structure which is to be the future medical college. And on that great day of 13th August 1955, Lal Bahadur Shastri, who was the then Railway Minister, laid the foundation stone of the college. The college was now inaugurated by him. And this particular model and the papers, inscriptions are there on the board, on the screen, and you can see. As a matter of fact, the whole process was cooked up and handed over to the MP authorities like you get a tin food from outside. So the credit went to somebody else. The college building, its model. And till then, we had the privilege of having the classes in the Polytechnic for just want of space and proper building. Those 1955 batch people who are here, they are lucky because they were never ragged. So there was no ragging and the classes were held in this particular building. Here is some of the batches, and again I will repeat the same thing in your mind. You should also repeat the same thing. इनकलाब दैर से या गर्द से तकदीर से अब मेरी सूरत नहीं मिलती मेरी तस्वीर. There are so many of them who will recite this right now. Likewise, another photograph from my archives. Another one. And then the MIS, the Medical Council of India, said that unless you have an infrastructure of hospitals, you can't go on to 30 years. So very quickly the KNB block started to be constructed. And Rajkumari Amrit Kaur laid the foundations of not only of those KNB blocks but also of the girls' hostel. Some photographs of that particular time. The KNB block came into being. And then till the boys' hostel was constructed, the boys were staying in the Jahanuma Palace Hotel because this was their hostel. What a luxury! And if you see this photograph very carefully, you will find Dr. S.C. Jain languishing somewhere in the swimming pool. So this particular hotel was founded by Colonel General Ubaidullah Khan, after whom the Ubaidullah Khan tournament goes on, in the year 1890, and it was renovated to a hotel in the year 1983. The present Jahanuma Hotel, the old boys' hostel. And then King of Nepal came there, and in 1955 he laid the foundation stone of the boys' hostel. They were very unlucky because they had to shift from that luxurious place to the 4-star hotel. And then 56 saw Govind Vallabh Pant come and lay the foundation stone of the present medical college building we are sitting today. And by that time, in the record period, the KNB blocks were ready, and he also inspected the operation theatres of the KNB block. And then bulldozers were brought in force, and they pulled down these big ramparts and burjis and castles, and the whole place was razed to the ground in a very record time. The college plan was there. And then this is the corner of the college building where the present State Bank is situated, under construction. And at the same time came up the doctors' quarters. The first one was the surgeons, then the physicians, and then the resident doctors. I will ask you to concentrate on the left of the screen, or on your right, so to say, where you see where Dr. Jessica used to live in that particular house. There used to be a tunnel, and that tunnel used to go down into the lake, and that was the area through which the troops could go away in case of a siege. If they are about to be conquered, they will go through that tunnel, go into the lake and take the boat to Atlantic and then to America. Now, that I had the occasion of living in those quarters somewhere there, and then once I ventured inside the tunnel, and I was met with a lot of bats and dogs and cats, and I couldn't gather enough adrenaline, and so I walked back. And I will show the exit point when I show you the photographs of the VIP road. Ultimately, the dream of Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma came into life, and the medical college was inaugurated by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who came and visited to us in 1963, and we presented him with a red rose. Some of the photographs of that time showing the Dean and Dr. Kumar, the tall personality of Major Fahim Beg, Mr. Manloi, the Chief Minister, the Health Minister, and many others. He garlanded the statue, and this is the area where the inaugural function was held. where the library NXE is housed till today. So the inaugural function there, you can see the Begum of Bhopal sitting there, the Governor of Pakistan, the Manloy Sahab and the Health Minister, and the Pant that was addressing the function. And many dignitaries were on the floor, including the President of India at that time, Shankar Dayal Sharma. They were all sitting there. Many dignitaries are lying. You can see Shankar Dayal Sharma sitting there, who later on was to become the President of India. And if you concentrate on on this tiny figure there, where the arrow points, that is me. I was the staff volunteer at that time. I have not got it intentionally framed. So the inaugural function, and then you see the basketball side of where many photographs are taken, and for the moment, if you concentrate on this, roof, which is the top of the anatomy department, you see many bones lying there. Keep on your mind and just log on the memory button. We'll come back to it after a little break. So college came up, and the classes were still held in asbestos-covered halls like this, and many students picked up cannonballs and bullets from there while they were attending classes, and used to hit like pebbles on the teachers whom they didn't want to take the class. Now concentrate on this Baradari, which you can now see from the VIP road, and I will request you to concentrate on this particular aspect here, the Baradari. I will show you the posterior view of this Baradari also, but right now concentrate on this point. This is the posterior view, and this used to be the seat of the Dean of the Medical College, at that time principal. And the beauty was that when he used to sit there, he used to look after very, very important and confidential documents so that nobody can see. There was no peeping Tom from the other side. He was left to his own self. But he was not mindful that if a gust of wind will blow, all that confidential will go sarvajanic. Therefore, I ask you to concentrate on that point before coming to the slide. The college campus, as it came to be, the girls' hostel, the nurses' hostel, and as I was mentioning about that gate, that is the gate behind which the plaque was there. Now it is the surgical parking lot. And the skyline of the hospital changed because of the medical college coming up. The lady hospital joined force because they had to be doing the teaching. So also the TB hospital, the Jayaprakash hospital, the Kasturba hospital, and we celebrated the first Holi. And incidentally, Dr. Naren Singh was the last principal. After that, the post became that of the dean. And here also you can recognize some of you playing Holi with the principal. And then this photograph. And one of the important members that is shown in the photograph is right here. I'll request him to please stand and acknowledge the greetings. Rakesh Bhatt. I do not know if you can make out the lanky figure. I'm sorry, the mouse is very lazy in this. Yeah, there. Again the same thing. इनकलाब दैर से या गर्दिश तकदीर से या मेरी सूरत नहीं मिलती मेरी तस्वीर से. Please do.
There are other doctors of the alumni here, and I recognize them for you. The tallest man is Professor Bhargava.
I will do it for you. Dr. R.K. Bhargava, his father, Dr. R.L. Agarwal, the neurophysician, and this is renovated. I don't know whether you can hear me from my collar mic. Can you? Yeah. And then because of lack of population, the hospital was not very much populated at that time, although KNV blocks were constructed. And you can see, you can have an example how a roadside Romeo maybe, or maybe a staff member, he's trying to log on to www.nurses@hamidiahospital.com. Again, my apologies for the font, but here at the Laila Majnu Ka Tila, where you can see the telltale bus standing there, the inscription or the share which is written there is like this: Laila Majnu ka bhi Tila hai yahan, khamoshiyan sunati hai ek dastan jahan. So lot many couples were Christian at this particular place in the medical college. The nurses' hostel, the boys' hostel, and then the view in the college store, the hospital stores. You can see the empty glucose bottles and the carbon dioxide cylinders, and that's what the plants need for their growth. And you can see them flourishing like that. And I will ask you to concentrate on this place also, which I call the hospital agar plate. It is just algae and moss behind the nurses' hostel, the hospital agar plate. Then we came to Silver Jubilee, 25 years have passed. And then Arjun Singh came there, and he was the chief minister. He requested Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma to come down, who was at the center at that time, and whole different functions were held. The documents which have been written very well by Dr. Arvind Joshi, they are really like a Gandhi Medical College Book of Records, if not the Guinness Book of Records. And I request you to please go through them, and he has really burnt the midnight oil to go through all this. And the other reason why you should retain this, because I know the fate of souvenirs. This is what happens to them. Or like that. So please do give some respect to this souvenir this time, because it's really worth keeping. And here you find Dr. Yesikar and Dr. M.M. Gupta. We call Dr. M. Gupta the Mike of the medical college, because he doesn't need any mic. I won't say that he's a big mouth, but he's a big mic. And then Dr. Yesikar, who was the right hand of almost all the deans and professors till he remained in the college. Counseling, postings, and so on and so forth. The least talked about him will be the best, because all of you know him very, very. The celebrations, decorations, and then we laid out the welcome arch. If you just invert the arch, it will become W of the welcome. And if you see the red carpet, it is just the backlight of a moving scooter. So Dr. Sharma came here, unveiled the plaque, and here I must tell you one very important thing. Dr. B. Saxena, he is the one who designed this college crest. And the ingenuity and the affection and the love he had when he was designing it was portrayed in the fact that it's always there on the top of your heart. So Dr. Saxena designed this plaque, or the crest for the college, which you always carry on your heart. I am sure not many ladies will recognize themselves there in this function. Mr. Arjun Singh addressed the function. Dr. Sharma there, the gathering, the national anthem, prize distribution, and Dr. Shikande inaugurated the exhibition. जब कुछ दिन कटे हैं गम में तो कुछ दिन खुशी के साथ होता रहा मजाक मेरी जिंदगी के साथ. I can tell you this marble rocks Titanic, if you just see it listing in Bheda Ghat, you can also imagine the avalanche or the glacier which is hitting it from side-on collision. So our Titanic of progress met a doom very quickly, in the sense that there was a stop signal. This is a botanical stop signal, asking you to stop because there's danger ahead. And that danger is not from this go, but from something else. Our boat of progress got entrapped in a big storm. And my heart goes out when I describe what is going to be described in few next slides. Bhopal gas tragedy. And a lot has been talked about it. And the only thing I can mention is that the disaster killed 20,000 and about 10 lakhs got injured. I am sure all of you know about Pompeii, the volcano in Sicily, which once, when it erupted, you see, the whole town was razed to ground overnight. And for that we have crowned a small stanza narrating the same story. सितारों की निगाहों ने धुआं उड़ता हुआ देखा. खुर्शीद कहते हैं सूरज को. सितारों की निगाहों ने धुआं उड़ता हुआ देखा, मगर खुर्शीद ने कुछ भी न मिट्टी के सिवा देखा. The next day was just death and nothing else. The cloud of MIC erupted from this factory, and it was a black rose day for us. Gear up your heart, because what you are going to see is something very, very drastic. The gas affected areas of Bhopal, under treatment, many found a coffin, but many didn't even get a full grave. And at this stage, I am reminded of another stanza. नोहा कहते हैं उर्दू में ट्रेजिक पोइट्री को. And now you will enjoy this verse. नोहा ख्वानी में महारत का अगर दावा है, मेरा चेहरा भी तुम्हें पढ़ के सुनाना होगा. नोहा ख्वानी में महारत का अगर दावा है, मेरा चेहरा भी तुम्हें पढ़ के सुनाना होगा. And the coffins out in the yard, and the macabre appearance of gas victims. The trains came to a grinding halt because the gas had leaked in Bhopal. News was flashed far around, but the medical, as was narrated today, this morning, the only medical fraternity was the one who had burnt who had actually taken the whole load on its own head. सहरा में मेरे हाल पे रोया नहीं कोई, सहरा में मेरे हाल पे रोया नहीं कोई, रोया जो कोई फूट के था पाँव का छाला. And that's how you see that we bore the brunt of the whole attack, and we did the treatment as best as we could. I remember for 4 days I couldn't go home. Prayers went up from mosques, from temples, and ultimately blessings start to come down. There were silver linings on the cloud, and we did wish them, while we paid homage to the martyrs, we wished those who survived a happy recovery. And there was a light in darkness because the gas funds started flowing, and we had the Gas Rahat Hospital, BMHRC, we had the Gas Hospital in the Radio Hospital, the Right River Hospital here across the campus, and the Cancer Hospital also shared because they allotted some funds for the free treatment of those gas-treated people. And lot many nursing homes, they said, why not we will also share the load? And they said that आखिर हम भी तो हैं team में, we will also do the job for you. Now the marks of those gas problems, they were permanent. They are permanent, like the fingerprints of Ramchandra ji on the back of the squirrel. They will probably not go. Those of you who have come from America might have seen American squirrels, they don't have these marks at the back. The litigations came from Bhopal court to Jabalpur court, but nobody was ever penalized. They were never given the criminal's cake. I call this jail, central jail, as the criminal's cake. Nobody was given punishment. And many of them, they hanged themselves in despair. And all the records, all the resolutions, they went down as a relic, like we have a relic in Sanchi Stupa. And this photograph is important because this is the only photograph where you can see all the 4 gates in one shot. And every year, only a few days back, we held a meeting about the gas-treated people, and every year resolutions after resolutions they are passed out, but nothing happens. And Akbar Allahabadi has said very aptly, resolution की शोरिश है मगर उसका असर गायब, प्लेटों की सदा सुनता हूँ और खाना नहीं आता. So that's what happens. You pass resolutions, but nothing comes off by way of a very concrete approach. And then the eliminating. At 92, this was the function there. You see some of the VIPs there. Dr. Gargav, Dr. Mehra, Dr. Mishra, and others. And I have encircled this gentleman, Dr. Gargav, for a specific purpose. Now, I call him, like I call Dr. Dalla as the Dalla's Wordsworth, I call him the mentor and tormentor of the medical college. Now, once when he was working as the assistant to Dr. Gulati, once he applied for a post outside. And confidential reference came to Dr. Gulati that one Dr. Gargo is working here, he has applied to us, how about his report, confidential report. And you know what Dr. Gulati wrote? Dr. Gargo is an excellent worker. And if he is selected with you, I'll be relieved of a great headache. So that's Dr. Gargo, the mentor and the tormentor. Now he got along with Dr. Dalla and then later on with Dr. Jaiswal, and he formulated the JDA and JUDA and so many other combinations. And for him, I have only one panthi to say that kahin ki eat, kahin ka roda, bhanmati ne kon ba joda. So that is Gargo. And he formed a committee where he presented many problems to Mr. Narona. He was the chief secretary. He was a man of few words but major action. He won't listen to anybody. And when Dr. Gargo and Dr. Dalla and Jaiswal and others et al., they went to him for the redressal of our problems, of the boys, somehow something was whispered into Mr. Narona's ears and he quietly agreed. And I know what he whispered in his ears. He said, very quietly, मुनासिब ये होगा जुबां काट दीजिए, मुनासिब ये होगा जुबां काट दीजिए, न होगी जुबां और न फरियाद होगी. And Narona had no choice but to say yes. So that is the acumen, that is the talent of Dr. Bhargava. Hats off to him, give him a big hand. And they then thought that why not we also make some kind of functions like this, and then came out meetings like Pallav and others. Dr. Gupta can be seen here. And the author can also be seen here, sitting besides Dr. V. Lakshmi Sadhu, who was the health minister at that time. And then 15th August was the Independence Day. 2 days after 15th August in 1994, the KNB-5 became independent. In the sense that it got dependent on the rooftop of the HOD anesthesia's office. And it collapsed. And you can see that Dr. Mrs. Singh was just walking out of the room when the building collapsed. And I think I was the only person sitting with a camera there in my room, which was adjoining hers. And the collapse managed to save her, but I shot her with my camera. This was her second birthday. And then, tormented by this kind of an accident, the machinery of state administration went into gear and they started doing the revamping of the facelift of the whole hospital. And then we found the polishes and all, and they said, "Wow, Sunil Babu, naya ghar." In fact, it was not to be, because we had just done the refabrication here and there, just a face wash and a facelift, and it was like an old wine in the new bottle. Except for, as our Dean mentioned this morning, cardiothoracic surgery. And you can see from this couplet that we did something with the cardiothoracic people. And about this also, when many people underwent the cardiac problems and had the cardiac procedures done, some of them they remarked this, मिलना तो खैर क्या था हमें दिल के खेल में, मिलना तो खैर क्या था हमें दिल के खेल में, ये मानना पड़ा कि तमाशा अजीब है. So this is the cardiac. I am the one who had my bypass done, so I won't endorse that decision. The bypass road, which can be seen now. Not because I had a bypass, this is a different bypass. And then we are on the verge of Golden Jubilee. And now go back, press the backdrop button, and you see that rooftop littered with human bones is now covered with rose garden. And the pigeons of peace flying over from there. This is the nursery of the deans, starting from the principals to the deans of today. Dr. Gopal Krishna, who was the second, I'm sorry I couldn't get the first dean's photograph, principal's photograph, Dr. Saxena's, but Dr. G.K. Saxena was the second dean. Then Dr. P.K. Jain, he had the singular honor of serving as the longest dean of the college. The only parallel was Dr. R.P. Singh, who served the longest tenure as a principal. But as a dean, yes, Dr. P.K. Jain. And now we have Dr. Mrs. Bisalia Gupta, who is the current dean. I have somehow very sentimental attachments with her because not only she was my student, but her father was my teacher. And then that particular gentleman was the classmate of my father. So you can see how interlinked our relationships are. And this lady is an ophthalmologist. She sees eye to eye with the problems of the boys. And she has a binocular vision by which she is controlling the DME post also. And therefore, because she is covering the whole state, I will say it's not a binocular vision, it's a telescopic binocular vision. So some of the senior attendants in her office, and Madam, we present you with the bouquet. Now some of the photographs which you have missed: the flyover at the railway station, the Habibganj station, which has been almost remodeled. It has won the prize from the Government of India. And then the MLB college. It used to be your target in those days because the ladies were studying there. Unfortunately, you will miss the bus now because from a female college it's become an email college. Now it's male college. And then the Ashbaug Stadium, which now has a turf, and here you find the first hockey test match between India and Malaysia being played there on the AstroTurf. Then the traffic rangoli around the Cheddampal bus stop. Then the swimming pool at the Mayor Park. This was the seat of many weddings. I don't know whether some of you had the weddings there or not, but today it is banned. Now you don't have weddings there. Instead you go to hotels like Nehru Sabha and others. And then the religions also have changed faces. The Manwa Bhangi degree has now become like this with a ropeway there. The administration has now a new Vidhan Sabha. And lately Bhopal has a cruise boat. It is yet to be launched. Then some funny photographs which I have present to you. There was a big lunar eclipse. Chand Grahan mein aa gaya. Itna pareshan hua ki wo zameen pe aa gaya. He couldn't tolerate the shadow of the earth. And when he zameen pe aa gaya, ek bacche ne usko dekh liya. Usne plead kiya ki mujhe वापस भेज दो. तो उसने अपने गुलेल में चांद को रख के शूट कर दिया. And it went back into the orbit. So the slingshot of the moon and the orbit over the medical college. Then we have seen photocopies, but here you see how green can reflect white. It's almost replica as by way of clouds. And you see on the VIP road, I was walking one day and I saw a polar bear. I asked him for a photograph and he politely refused and walked away. He said, no, thank you very much. Now, when you go to many of you must have visited Japan and you must have heard about Doda Beta, the two peaks which are the husband and wives. So the Doda Beta of Bada Talab there, and the plunge of the Challenger there, and you see the sunset and how the skyline merges with the water or the Bada Talab below, on which some shair has said, उफक के पार मिलते हैं गले दोनों अंधेरे में, उफक के पार मिलते हैं गले दोनों अंधेरे में, बड़े तालाब की आसमां से दोस्ती मालूम होती. So that is the sunset of Bhopal. And then these botanical couples, they were not aware that somebody is watching. They were kissing each other across the road, not knowing that the small baby on the back is the silent, innocent observer and a witness to their kissing. And the seniors and the juniors, they ask for help. And you know that many of us, they are right-handed. Many of us are left-handed. There are some people who are working with both hands. And here you find a person who is doing two jobs at one time. This can be said about the sun. एक वक्त में ये दो काम किया करता है. एक वक्त में ये दो काम किया करता है. यहाँ जो डूबा है सूरज वो कहीं निकला होगा. So that is the pictorial version of this. ये एक वक्त में दो काम किया करता है. यहाँ जो डूबा है सूरज वो कहीं निकला होगा. And then the sunrise effect in the Chota Talab. It was almost like fire. And Begum Sahib very rightly said, आप और ये लबे दरिया ये सुलगते नगमे, आप और ये लबे दरिया ये सुलगते नगमे, आग लग जाएगी पानी में किनारे रहिए. So you can see the water on fire. I have taken out all that was my mind and tummy. I have tried to hammer it in your brain stick, in your brain. I don't know whether it's gone inside or not. Many of you are sleeping, but some of you can see while you are sleeping also. Incidentally, this is the central coloboma of the eye, which you could close. I don't know whether my delivery was okay, and what will be the post-mortem will be like. But you are approaching lunchtime, and apologies in this way. And reversals, some of you, I could hear a yawn right now, so a reversal from him. The medical groups, all these groups are there in your souvenir, so I will rush through these slides. This is one of the Dr. Mehta is there, you can see him on the border there. This was in my room when I used to take lens. I used to have a farewell photograph. And please wait for the surprise. The college memory lane has finished just now, but my memory lane has started. My contact with the Hamidia Hospital as a small patient for a small religious operation. And then as a pupil in the school, and as a Panchi in first year at Indore Medical College. And then as a professor receiving prizes from the Vice Chancellor for the Best Paper Awards. And then as a private practitioner. And I was just mentioning about the private practice. सब तरह के लोग आते हैं. एक हम लोग यूजुअली प्रोब से वर्क करते हैं, कभी फॉर्सेप्स से मरहम लगाते हैं. एक साथ ट्रीटमेंट करा के बाहर निकले और बाहर जाके उनको शायद वो बाहर जाके कहते हैं कुछ इस तरह से किया उसने मेरे जख्म का इलाज, मरहम भी जो लगाया तो कांटे की नोक से. कुछ इस तरह से किया उसने मेरे जख्म का इलाज, मरहम भी जो लगाया तो कांटे की नोक से. So then as a pilot, as a poet, and then if you see this skull very carefully, you'll find a lady sitting and seeing herself in a mirror, and in fact it's a skull. एक बार एक आदमी का कब्रिस्तान में से गुजर हुआ तो कब्र में से आवाज आई, listen to me O passerby, as you are now so once was I, as I am now so shall you be, prepare yourself to follow me. So that's what you have to prepare yourself to be. How alone that posthumous photo will come up, time alone will show. But if ever Dr. Satpathy or Dr. Bhatkur or Dr. Bhanu Dubey was to exhume my body, it will come out like this. This is a surgeon's fossil, and this has been made out of the surgical instruments. And when that happens, there will be an announcement. And the glory of today will fade out into memory of tomorrow. My passing message to you, peace for the mankind. And from this college, there is an echo of a prayer. तुम जहां पर भी रहो, आह न फरियाद रहे, तुम इसी गोद से जन्मे हो, तुम्हें याद है. जब कभी आपका यहाँ से गुजर होगा, शायद एक और आवाज मेडिकल कॉलेज से आएगी. इस बिल्डिंग को देख के लोग कुछ तो भी कहते होंगे. वो आवाज कुछ इस तरह से होगी, वीरानियों में दर्द का मंजर भी आएगा. द मेडिकल फ्रेटर्निटी इज एड्रेसिंग द कॉलेज. वीरानियों में दर्द का मंजर भी आएगा, निकलोगे शहर से तो मेरा घर भी आएगा. सो दैट इज द मेडिकल कॉलेज. नाउ we are stretching out our arms for welcoming you on diamond and gold and the platinum jubilees. And here I can only see one more stanza before I walk off. गुजरे हुए लम्हों को तुम साथ में ले आना, गुजरे हुए लम्हों को तुम साथ में ले आना, हम प्यार के राहों में फिर फूल बिछा देंगे. And that is the poetry on the college. And before we thank you all, it's a patient listening I can understand. अब तो जाते हैं मैं कदे से मीर, फिर मिलेंगे अगर खुदा लाए. Thank you.
It's unbelievable. I think nothing more than that we can tell about this talk. Dr. Ray's collection is a museum